pretty people, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new, and welcome to a brand new video. We are in a winter wonderland. This build has been so fun to do. I love seasons and it's just the best ever. I got my inspiration from Pinterest, so I looked up some A-frame cabin style homes because I'm secretly low-key in love with them, and I put something together and it turned out, I think it turned out pretty good. Right now I'm kind of just doing the exterior or the exterior, and that area up there is going to be the loft area. And I had some trouble with the roof because I did want to make it a one-story, but I couldn't really make a second story with a bedroom inside the roof. That's something that either I'm not like technologically know how to do, or it's just not possible in the game maybe. But I think I did a good job. So the roof, I'm just working on getting it to be angled and beautiful, and I'm having to make it a little bit bigger and just adjust my proportions so that I could place a door and it would be in the center instead of, off center. I wanted everything to be centered. But it's really cool because you walk up those stairs in the front, and that's kind of the front area, and then you have a big front deck, and then you walk right into the front door, and then there's a huge deck on the back of the lot as well. And I do some landscaping off camera, so in the screenshots you will see it is just like filled with trees, pine trees, bushes, rocks, landscaping. It's gorgeous. So now I'm trying to find some windows, and I struggled a lot with the windows because I liked those ones, but then they felt like too modern, so I switched them out, and I do go with these clear ones just because I wanted no obstructed views of the beautiful trees. Look at those trees, they're just so pretty. So I have a lot of Seasons items, the railings from Seasons, those windows and the door below on the first story are also from Seasons. They're very cabin-esque. So I pulled my second story back one grid size on the front and the back just to give it some detailed difference. It's not a deck, you can't go out there, but I saw some ideas on Pinterest that kind of just, I liked that whole having a fence on the upper level. So now I'm just adjusting my deck, making it a little more absurdly big. And I like using those pillars on the bottom underneath of the deck. This would be a really cool rental to rent in real life. Now underneath, I'm sure you could put like a swimming pool if you wanted to, or anything. I just left it blank and put some bushes and stuff down there. Working on my trim. Have to fix it. If you have trouble with your trim, if your room probably isn't big enough, so you just have to click on that like I did and just to pull it out a little bit more. Or put an extra, not foundation, but the flat room thing. This build too went through a lot of color changes. You'll see in the end shots, the door and the windows are not brown anymore. I think I go with white ones. It just, I don't know, I had a change of heart. And of course, watching back, I'm like, should I have done that? Should I have changed it? I don't know. We'll never know. If you want to change it, you can go right ahead. This will be on the gallery. So I do not know what I'm going to call it yet because I usually name it after, like when I upload it, I'll name it. Probably just like Aspen A-frame or A-frame cabin or Aspen A-frame cabin. I don't know why I'm choosing the word Aspen. It reminds me of snow. I don't know. This build took me, I think I said on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter, please do. If you follow me on Twitter, please do. If you do not follow me on Twitter, please do. I post a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and my Twitter is majestic_simmer, and it's also linked in my description. So please follow me on there. You get all the goods. I posted, it took me about 4 hours to do this build, and I had about 4 hours of footage that I had to scrunch down into, I think this video turns out to be around 16 minutes. So yeah, definitely fun. So I went with these floorboards from Jungle Adventure, I think. they're very cabiny. So the loft is upstairs. We have the bathroom that I'm going to start working on, and then the laundry room. And I did have to pull out that wall a little bit because the stairs to the right there, I didn't want a weird space. It was weird. And of course, my color options for the wallpaper drove me insane, like they always do. I'm pretty sure I start with like wood paneling, and I start with rock, and then I go the half rock paneling with like the stucco at the top. And then I went back to something else. So here we are using the Seasons items for the bathroom. Love that shower, cats and dogs bath, trying to just configure. I wanted to do a double sink, but who would be in the bathroom at the same time as someone else? You're at a cabin, you're kind of not like showering a lot. No, you probably are. I shower if I go to a cabin, but I'm just saying, I don't think it's not big enough to have that many. And I love that little like linen closet thingy. And this whole color scheme changes as well on the interior. And I'm glad that I changed that wallpaper, and I changed it again. And I'm glad I did, just because it's a lot of stone. I feel like you wouldn't have that much stone in your cabin. I don't know, maybe I'm just not going to the right cabins. So here we are in the kitchen. And again, I changed that wallpaper. But yeah, I'm just configuring it, trying to figure out. I wanted to start it where that pillar is, but I ended up changing that because I felt like it was too big. So like, that's a huge kitchen for a cabin. So, and it still kind of is a huge kitchen, but a lot more manageable. Those Salvadorado Jungle Adventure
cabinets are my favorite.
I'm just trying to pick a sink. I always struggle with that. I had a lot of fun doing this build. It's just different from the usual. And I haven't used those Salvadoradian stools yet either. I definitely wanted to give this cabin like a homey feel. I could totally see this being like a cabin that Caden from my Let's Play, yeah, lost my train of thought. Caden from a Let's Play would rent, would own, whatever. It's just very like, it's upscale, but it's cozy and it's unique. But on the other hand, I could also see a bigger, like massive cabin that he would own that was maybe like his family's, like his parents and stuff. He does have some siblings. I know that I haven't really talked about that. So, a little sneak peek. Still configuring the cabins. The cabins. Oh my goodness. The cabinets. I can't think correctly today. It is like 90, like let me look real quick. Oh, it's 89 now. It was 91 today. Like 2 degrees makes that big of a difference. Yeah, 91 degrees today at my house. I went outside and like instantly was sweating. And then like my house has air conditioning, but it's like upstairs. So, and it usually stays cooler downstairs. So I just have a fan like directing the air down and then a fan down here. But it's not enough. So if you guys hear like a low humming in the background, it's like just a little table fan. I picked those orange, gorgeous Seasons chairs, and those like get me so pumped. I need to use them. Whoa, whiplash. I need to get them more, use them more, because they're just like that gorgeous. They're just gorgeous. So my color scheme really was inspired by those chairs and then that rug. And it's not a very cabin rug, but I wanted to do like a pop of color because I always do neutrals. So I'm trying to just rearrange things and figure out where I want them. And that's my pop of color for this area. And then I got rid of that entryway thing, because there's not really an entryway. You kind of can walk in through the back door and it's like an entryway, but then the front is just like wha-bam into the living room. So the living room is going to be on the left side of the room, and I love that coffee table that we got with the free update, the Caribbean update. If you haven't seen my video, or if you haven't updated your game yet, which I hope that you did because the stuff is awesome that we got for free, that video is on my channel. So I'm just trying to find a painting, which I get rid of it and put a TV there. But I stick with those like jewel toned greens and like oranges in the living room. I use the Seasons couches, which are my favorite. And I also love that couch as well, but I haven't used that couch in the orange, and it's just like, it doesn't match perfectly, but I feel like it looks decent. I don't know. Again, if you don't like my color choice, you are welcome to change it. Everyone has such a unique style. I've been like fangirling over everyone's Twitter creations lately, or Twitter, people posting on Twitter of their YouTube creations. There's just like so many unique styles of the way people build, and it's just amazing. And they all look good. Like, everyone has a different style, and 99.9% of the time it looks really good. So I kind of put like a little reading nook against the kitchen. I needed to fill that space, and that painting is also from the free update. It kind of fit perfectly. I was hoping that there was a swatch that looked good. And then I wanted to put a little raised like breakfast area in the kitchen, and I'm kind of just finishing up the downstairs. I do end up going with the lamps from the outdoor retreat, which I just felt like it needed a little rustic feel since everything else was pretty modern. Like, the couches are modern. I'm putting some decor. I love that little suitcase too. I cannot remember what it came with. If you remember, comment down below, because I definitely don't. So the fireplace that I originally wanted to use downstairs, I pulled upstairs, and it is from Jungle Adventure. And I don't use it in a lot of builds, but it's really pretty, and I kind of wish I would have kept it in the mint green, but I do change it. So the upstairs bedroom has a bed, of course, I would hope, and then a little reading area in front of the fireplace. I just feel like if your Sims would come in from like an evening of like maybe ice fishing or playing outside in the snow, and then you could go up, you could, shower, get in your cozy robe, go upstairs and read a book. I didn't put a book up there though. Maybe I should have done that. But I didn't. So I'm just finishing up the touches. I'm just finishing up the touches. I went with a zebra print rug, and we're working on the outside, and this is pretty much about it. I'm just making a nice little summery area. I did switch to summer, as you can see, because I couldn't really see what I was working with in the winter weather, snow. This is definitely a cabin you can use in the summertime. You could use the hot tub in the winter, and then everything else is pretty much for summer. So it may get destroyed if it sits out in the winter in your game. But it's just really nice. I really enjoyed building this, and I think that my Sims are really going to enjoy using it. It was definitely fun to build. It's so nice to have seasons because there's just so much, it just adds so much to the storyline. Like, my Sims could come here for the winter and then, leave, come back for the summer. Do a little ice fishing or a little normal fishing. And what a view, like, to have that on an amazing, like, lot with, like, the view. You can go right out your back door and, like, go swimming or fishing. I wish that we could swim in that water. That'd be so cool. So lastly, I'm just adding some trees to the front here, and I do the rest off camera and make it all pretty and shiny and new for you guys to download. I'm on the gallery, And the link, I think it'll be at the end of this video. A Majestic Simmer 22, I think. I can never remember. Forgive me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to comment, like this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you like what I do. And as always, I will catch you on the flip side.